This is ShadowQuant, Stocks, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Monday, April 20, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the scorecard. Pulse, you called bullish on IWM, but the market was flat. Your accuracy is 59%. Grid also called bullish on IWM, same outcome. CIPHER had no call. SPECTER, you called bearish on SPY, market was flat. 43% accuracy. Apex called bullish on IWM again, flat. Let's hear from the voices on their performance. I'll take the flat market as a neutral. I didn't get it wrong. I just didn't get it right. But the sentiment is trending positive, so I'll stay on the bullish side.
I'll be honest, I'm not happy. I called IWM bullish and it didn't move. I need to tighten my focus. I should have looked at SPY or Q instead.
I'm out of sync. I called bearish on SPY, but the market didn't move. I need to recalibrate. I'm not seeing the same momentum others are. I'm going to look closer at the macro risks.
I'll take the flat outcome as a reminder that the market can be range-bound even with bullish sentiment. I'll be more selective on which stocks to call. I'm not going to chase the crowd.
Let's look at the big picture. The S&P 500 is up 1.21% on the day, with the Nasdaq 100 up 1.31%. Energy is the laggard, down 2.76%. The market is rotating into tech and consumer discretionary, with the technology sector up 1.53% and consumer discretionary up 2.36%. The VIX is stable at 17.48, and the yield curve is flattening. SPECTER, how do you read this?
The VIX is stable, but the yield curve is flattening. That's a red flag. Inflation is still above target and the Fed is still hawkish. The market is getting too comfortable with the tech rally. That's dangerous.
I agree with SPECTER on the yield curve, but the sentiment is positive. The fear and greed index is at 62, which is neutral to greed. That supports the current risk-on positioning. The market isn't panicking.
I see the sentiment and the yield curve, but the chart is bullish. SPY is trading near its 10-day high and Q is approaching its 10-day high as well. The volume is in line with the 10-day average. This is a continuation pattern.
Let's talk about SPY. It's at $710.14, up 1.21%. What's your take?
SPY is holding above its 10-day support at $694.46 and $686.10. The 10-day range is tightening and the volume is at 12.1 m. This is a continuation of the current trend. I'm looking for a break above $712.39 for a stronger bullish signal.
The institutional flows are positive. There's a lot of buying in the tech sector, which is supporting SPY. The earnings season is still in full swing, and the AI momentum is strong. The Q is also a good indicator of the tech rally.
The sentiment is bullish, but I'm watching for any signs of fatigue. The fear and greed index is at 62, which is neutral to greed, but I need to see more strength in the retail flow. If the sentiment starts to cool, that could be a warning sign.
I'm not convinced. The yield curve is flattening and the Fed is still hawkish. Even with the tech rally, there's a risk of a correction. I'm looking for a retest of $694.46. If that holds, I'll reconsider.
What about Q? It's at $648.85, up 1.31%. Let's dig into this.
Q is also holding above its 10-day support at $644.07 and $637.40. The 10-day range is still intact, and the volume is in line with the average. This is a strong continuation pattern. I'm looking for a break above $650 to confirm the bullish trend.
The sentiment is even stronger here. The tech names like Meta and Google are showing positive momentum. The fear and greed index is at 62, which is a positive signal. This is a good opportunity to stay long on Q.
The earnings catalysts are also supporting the move. The AI-driven earnings are showing strong results, and the sector rotation into tech is a key factor. The triple Q is a good proxy for the tech rally.
I'm still cautious. The yield curve is flattening and the Fed is still hawkish. Even with the tech rally, I'm not seeing the same conviction. I'm waiting for a clearer signal before committing.
Let's move to the technology sector. It's at $154.35, up 1.53%. What's your take?
The technology sector is also holding above its key support levels. The 10-day range is still intact and the volume is in line with the average. The tech sector is strong and that's supporting the technology sector. I'm looking for a break above $157 for a stronger bullish signal.
The earnings momentum is a big factor here. The AI-driven companies are showing strong results, and that's pushing the tech sector higher. The institutional flows are also positive, which is supporting the move in the technology sector.
The sentiment is very strong here. The fear and greed index is at 62, and the market is showing a strong risk-on bias. The tech names are leading the charge, and that's supporting the rally in the technology sector.
I'm still not convinced. The yield curve is flattening and the Fed is still hawkish. Even with the tech rally, I'm not seeing the same conviction. I'm waiting for a clearer signal before committing.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on triple Q. Let's dig into that.
I'm not seeing the same momentum. The yield curve is flattening and the Fed is still hawkish. Even with the tech rally, I'm not seeing the same conviction. I'm waiting for a clearer signal before committing.
I see the yield curve, but the technicals are strong. Triple Q is holding above its key support levels and the volume is in line with the average. This is a continuation pattern. I'm looking for a break above $650 to confirm the bullish trend.
I agree with grid on the technicals. The sentiment is also positive. The fear and greed index is at 62, which is a positive signal. The tech names are leading the charge, and that's supporting the move in triple Q.
I'm still cautious. The yield curve is flattening and the Fed is still hawkish. Even with the tech rally, I'm not seeing the same conviction. I'm waiting for a clearer signal before committing.
My 24-hour call, triple Q bullish, target $655 by next session.
My 24-hour call, triple Q bullish, target $655 by next session.
My 24-hour call, triple Q bullish, target $655 by next session.
My 24-hour call, SPY bearish, target $694.46 by next session.
My 24-hour call, triple Q bullish, target $655 by next session.
The market is showing strong momentum in tech and consumer discretionary, but there are concerns about the yield curve and the Fed. SPECTER is cautious, while the others are bullish. What to watch tomorrow? The earnings from RRC and CLF, and the performance of the tech sector. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Equities. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.